first of all, you were at Wembley Stadium not a while ago with Green Day.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was crazy. It was great. It was amazing. But it was quite scary. And so we had there were 75,000 people in the stadium. So I was kind of nervous before the show, but I think we played well. And my mum was there, and she had a cry afterwards.
Oh.
Actually, they had a tattooist backstage as well, so I got Wembley and the date done straight afterwards. Although I waited until my mum had gone home because she hates my tattoos. So
how many pictures do you have all over?
Yeah, I'm pretty kind of covered up. Yeah, but yeah, so it was really cool, and the Green Day guys are really nice, and their crowd was cool, and I think we made some new friends that day. So
that's important.
Yeah.
You tour constantly. When do you sleep?
After the show. Well, after the show, after going drinking after the show usually. Yeah, I don't know. I like touring. It makes me happy. It's just a cool way to be. I don't find it difficult to do. In fact, to be honest, when I have time off tour, I start feeling very strange very quickly. And over Christmas, just gone, I had 2 weeks off. And after a while, I just started taking the train around the UK. And my tour manager, Graham, lives at the other end of the country from me. Yeah. And I took the train to him and came to his house. And he was like, why are you here? Go away. Oh, okay. So I just like moving around. I've been doing it for quite a long time now. So I'm just kind of used to it.
Yeah, a little bit restless person.
Yeah, I guess. And you just kind of get... Like I say, you get used to it, it's been about 6 years since I did anything except tour, and it becomes normal, and so.
Yeah. Have you made any new songs on the?
Yeah.
When you do new songs and stuff?
On the road, sort of out of necessity, yeah, but. Yeah, I've got a lot of new material at the moment, actually. I might play some new songs today, in fact. Maybe one or two. Yeah.
Because the thing is that...
The NoFX thing, right?
Yeah, because the thing is that we haven't got our tickets yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's...
oh, shit.
So we...
Well, we should talk to Graham about that. Maybe we can... figure something out. I don't know, but maybe it's worth having a conversation. Anyway, well, yeah. So today, I'm going to be doing just an EP in November, to release in November, and then a new album early next year, kind of thing. So cool. Lots of new songs coming together.
Looking forward to it. When you are constantly touring, you don't afraid to burn out or anything like that?
Not yet. There are days when I get pretty tired, and I had there was a period of time at the start of this year when everything was really crazy because we were in Europe and then we were in Los Angeles and then I went to Australia and then to New Zealand and to China, and by the time I got to Beijing, which was the last show of 5 months without going home, I was just didn't really know what time of day it was, what money I was supposed to be using, what language I was supposed to speak, it was just Yeah. But I had 2 days off, 3 days off or whatever at home and just kind of got better. And then
after that, some train trips.
Yeah, right, exactly. Then start moving around again. But yeah, there are days, but every job has bad things about it, and if that's the only bad thing about my job, then it's still the best job in the world, which it is. So,
what is essential thing about punk to you? There is one bit of lyric.
Yeah.
And it is not about clothes or...
No, I never really thought it was about clothes. I think the thing that... punk is a lot of things, and I think actually that trying to define what punk is really unpunk. Do you know what I mean? But I think that for me the best part about punk rock is just the idea that you shouldn't... that you are the master of your own fate. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to wait for other people to tell you to do. You make your own luck. You make your own shows. You make your own records, and just that kind of like self-reliance, you know, I think is really, really powerful, and it's been very powerful for me growing up. So I like that bit of it.
Yeah. How was it? You're come from a very small town. How was it to grow up as a punk in that environment? Where you? How punk you were?
Yeah, I had a mohawk once. It was bad though, really shit. I did it myself, so it wasn't straight. It kind of went like this.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, and you know, I used to kind of. I had this great T-shirt. I got a T-shirt. I cut it in half up here, and then put it back together with safety pins. So there was safety pins all here and here, and then on the front I got a pen and I wrote, "If Elvis isn't dead, let's kill him." And so pretty punk. But it was funny, in my school there were 3 people who knew what punk was, so we formed a band. It was just the first kind of proper band I was in, and everybody hated us. They wanted to fucking kill us. So that was all pretty. I mean, we were trying to piss them off as well. Do you know what I mean? And that was kind of like our badge of pride, was that everybody wanted to kill us.
So a little bit of rioting.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, completely. It was fun, but it's kind of. I mean, actually, something that kind of saddens me a little bit sometimes is that for me, one of the main things about punk as well was it was a place. It was kind of like a refuge as well. You know, a place that you could go where you wouldn't be kind of judged on your clothing or your sporting ability or any of that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like the kind of jocks, the stuff. It was like a place where everyone was just cool with each other. And then when you see these kind of new punk bands coming through, they're just fashion shows basically. It's like that's the exact thing I was trying to get away from when I got into punk rock, you know, and metal as well, I suppose. You know, it's like styles of music that were supposed to be about not being embarrassed about yourself, you know, and then there's people with fucking hair straighteners and eye makeup and what the fuck, you know, pissed me off. Anyway, whatever, small rant.
One thing that occurred to me, because in mid-90s there was in Finland there was Green Day obviously, and then there were Offspring, and there was huge line between them. Either you listen to Green Day or Offspring.
Really?
Were it like that in England or?
No, not really. The Green Day and Offspring were kind of almost like a package deal in the UK at the time. And then if you were a bit cooler, you knew who Rancid were, you know. And then if you were really cool, you knew who NoFX were, kind of thing. And it sort of went down like that. But Green Day and Offspring were kind of, I think more skate kids were into the Offspring in the UK. I don't know. It wasn't really a divide thing. Yeah. In fact, to be honest, I'll tell you why. At the time in the UK, there was the whole Blur and Oasis thing going on, and literally, I remember it was at my school. It was like you had to choose a side. You know, either you were Blur or you were Oasis, and it was a real big deal for me and the 2 guys in my band to say we fucking hate both of them, and everyone was like, "No, you can't say that," and. Again, I had another T-shirt I made that said "shit pop" on it instead of Britpop, and yeah. So I think the divide thing with the kids was going on with Britpop and not with punk. Yeah. You know, so.